What's up, everybody? Morning. It's day all day. N.O.B.S, no BS, no option but success radio. Back with hold on. Episode 9. Um Title of this one is Express versus Impress. I'm gonna get into that in a little bit, but shit, fuck it, I'll get into it now. We just jump right into it. I was watching this video actually like right before I hopped on this the podcast, and it was a dude talking about what's his name? I think Aaron Doughty. He make YouTube videos for like wellness and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff for the individual to make sure that they mentally good and stuff like that. But he was talking about like social anxiety, something I can relate to. I know a lot of people that I don't know. It seemed like people around my age and younger, like this social anxiety and just general anxiety is just so uh, like reoccurring in a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? You meet people, you talk to people, and you start to really, get to know people, and they give you an understanding of just like just basic shit they go through, just everyday stuff, and it's like that anxiety shit comes up a lot. You know what I mean? So, um, but express versus impress. So pretty much to everybody who feels like, they feel like anxiety is a crippling force in their life. Express versus impress is pretty much the reason for the social anxiety. Based on the video I watched, he was saying that everything we do, everywhere we go, everybody we interact with, we have this preconceived like idea in our head that we have to impress them. You know, everything is about your stature, your ranking. You know what I'm saying? Like social pack order type shit. You know what I mean? Um, and another thing he brought up, which was weird, because I noticed it myself about a year ago. He was saying that for people who don't feel high enough, I guess, within the social realm of things, you physically portray yourself, consciously or subconscious. I think not a lot of times it's more subconscious than it is conscious, but you portray yourself, as if you're not a threat. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep your head down, you're quiet, you slumped over when you walk, like you just very passive, in your demeanor. Like everything about you is just like fuck wrong with this nigga type shit. You know what I'm saying? You just not, your energy ain't present in the room. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of move through. You know what I'm saying? Not even on no smooth shit, but you just like dragging a mop across the floor. Damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was weird hearing him talk like that, saying what he was saying, because last year, um, earlier this year, like I really started looking at my tells when I felt like I was being pressured by anxiety or whatever. And I noticed like walking through the campus, I would always like be hunched over, leaned forward, like kind of walking on the tip of my feet with my head down, just kind of like looking at my feet, not really looking at anything in front of me, trying to avoid eye contact with people who's walking the opposite direction. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't trying to look at nobody. Feel like, you know what I'm saying? That anxiety shit is weird, um but to get back to the main topic, express versus impress. So pretty much, like when people say you gotta learn how not to give a fuck, that's pretty much what this express versus impress is talking about. Fuck the whole I'm walking in a room full of people to impress them. Fuck I'm walking up to a group of females to impress them. Fuck all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like your main goal, not even like just conscious goal. Like you shouldn't walk up to them like, yo, I'm finna express myself today, or I'm finna impress. It's like your mode of operation from the moment you get up to the time you lay down, it's just pure expression in any form. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when you impress, you limit parts of yourself. You know what I'm saying? You dial shit back that really is you. And that's where that anxiety shit comes from, because you know what you want to do or what you should be doing, but it's like you're in conflict with yourself because you can't follow your true nature. You know what I'm saying? Just your normal mode of operation. You gotta dial shit back. You gotta reanalyze things. Oh, I shouldn't do this. I don't think I should do this around this person. Or I don't think I should do that around this person. You know, and that's just social shit. That's just being social. Like, you don't even really see it until, like, if you ever around somebody and just notice how they change, like, you shift internally. You know what I mean? Like, the way you feel shifts, the things around you, the way you act and talk just shifts. You know what I'm saying? And that's something to pay attention to, you know, because I've been around people, but like once I get around them, I don't know, it's like I'm not even, like, I'm just on this autopilot mode where I just say shit and do shit to, you know what I'm saying? Like, not on no wilding out type shit, but just, like, just little things. Like, damn, why the fuck did I just say that? You know what I'm saying? Like, just shit you don't catch in the moment. And it's not until later it's like, wow, like, I was, I wasn't wilding, but I was a little out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy, but it's just like, why was I doing that? Because this person was around me. And even, not even on like a social thing, as far as family goes, I can speak from that personally. Like, I think my whole life has been um, more impress than express. You know what I'm saying? Like I could go back to high school and like it was certain shit I just didn't want to talk about with my parents that was going on. You know what I mean? I could go home and be like, yo, this nigga fucking so and so was talking mad shit today. Like I was ready to fucking, you know what I'm saying, cancel Christmas on this nigga. But then, parents like, nigga, you better not get kicked out that school. You know what I'm saying? You can't fuck around and fight and get, you know what I'm saying? You can't be in there fighting and shit, blah, blah. It's like, I understand that, but it's like sometimes it's hard to express, even if it's in a joking manner with parents, because it's like they don't see it from that angle. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I was ready. You know what I'm saying? Man, this nigga was getting on my nerves. I was ready to slap shit out, dude. Now you ain't gonna be up there fighting. You get your ass. You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's just certain parents move in different ways. They take shit different ways. You know what I'm saying? And that shit like that, I mean, it's shit way before that, before high school, just being a little kid that I saw, that made it hard to feel like I could express my true feelings and emotions about certain things, or just be open, like just be myself. Like the way I am around my friends isn't the way I'm around my parents. That's not to say that I'm just being fake around my parents. It just means that I understand that like around them, it just, I feel like I gotta dial shit back. Like I can't just go for whatever it is I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, or whatever it is I want to say, or how I want to say it. And I don't like changing what I want to say for other people. So a lot of times I just won't say nothing at all. You know what I mean? So to them, I'm just real quiet. I mean, even around my homies, I'm sort of the quiet one, but like, I mean, that shit could turn off in a second. Say some out of pocket shit. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. So whatever you doing, wherever you at, wherever you going, whoever you around, before you walk in that room, before you hop in that whip, before you go into the cafeteria, before you go in the kitchen, get it into your head. Burn this shit into your head. I'm here to express myself, regardless of how it makes any of you niggas feel. Now, I'm not saying walk up to, walk in the cafeteria, hop on the table, and just start, fuck this school. Nah, you gotta have boundaries. Some shit you just can't be out. You know what I mean? You can't do that. Niggas arrest your ass for doing shit like that. But understand that you gotta express yourself, before you impress. Cause a lot of times, through your true expressions, you impress people. You impress the people who you most in tune with. Cause when all you do, when your mode of operation is just impress, 100% impress everybody, you got a lot of people on your line that don't need to be there, that don't really fit in with you, and that you don't fit in with. When you express yourself freely and honestly, you gonna turn a lot of people off, but then there's gonna be some people that's like, yo, this nigga, I fuck with dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, stand up nigga right here. You know what I'm saying? That nigga funny, that nigga, he wildin', but that nigga funny. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you expressing about yourself. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. Impressions impressing is very, it could be detrimental to your mental health because you no longer feel, and I talk about this with a lot of my homies, that it's hard for me personally to like, something I'm getting better at, being social and just talking to people, but for a long time it was hard to talk to people, especially around my age and younger and a little bit older. Like, as a little kid, shit, I was always hanging with niggas way older than me. You know what I'm saying? Around my parents' age, because it was just easier to talk to them type niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just wasn't, niggas my age was just on some bullshit. You know what I mean? It was always some drama, some shit getting started. And I ain't exempt from that. I was out there starting shit and just into shit I probably shouldn't have been into. But, being around people older than me with a different frame of mind, you know what I'm saying? It just like, the shit was refreshing. You know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't, it was relaxing in a way. But old heads, they turn up too and they can get on your nerves, but like, it just wasn't the same as being around people my age. And it's like, as I get older, niggas my age just get weirder for some reason and younger. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of people nowadays, like, just got this hive mentality about being social. You know what I'm saying? Like, you find a group of people who all do the same shit, act the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you just gotta conform and just all become like this one, you know, it's like you become one person. Five niggas become one person because they do act and like the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, one thing I also noticed is once you break away from that and say some shit that's like contradicting to what the norm of your social squad, I guess. I don't know what the fuck this, you know what I'm saying, your circle is. Niggas, they get hurt. Niggas get butt hurt about that shit. You know what I'm saying? They take that shit hard. Like, bro, you don't like so and so music? Like, bro, I can't. It's like niggas nowadays just looking for reflections. You know what I'm saying? They just want to see, cause niggas is so self conscious about themselves. They need to see themselves in somebody else to make sure they not alone. You know what I mean? It's hard to be different. The shit is scary to be different, to be unique, to be, you know what I'm saying, to stand out from somebody else. Because even though it can benefit you in so many ways, it's a period of time where like you gotta go through the, you gotta ground yourself in who you are and how you express yourself and what you like and your differences from other people. You know, now that's not to say that everything I just said. You know, what I'm not saying that to say that everybody out here is like that, but it's too many people out here that's like that. You know, you run into them and they, you know what I'm saying, like friend groups now. Like, I keep my shit tight, my circles tight, circles small. You know, it's just hard to interact with people for me because I just see like, it's like, yo, what the fuck are these niggas doing? Like, what y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, this the shit y'all do. This what y'all like. It's like, okay, cool, but you know, but if you fuck around and walk in that circle with the mindset of impressing, you're gonna conform to what these niggas think. They gonna call out what they see in you that's different, and then you'll just, oh wait, let me tweak this shit. Let me turn this shit down. Let me pull this back a little bit. All right, this nigga's cool now. He got rid of all that other shit that ain't us. You know what I'm saying? But when you walk in the room with the mindset to express yourself, it's like, yo, the fuck is y'all niggas? Like, yo, like, bro, you don't like this? Like, how do you not? It's like, cause I don't. You know what I'm saying? You don't listen to fucking Meg The Stallion? No, I don't. I don't listen to her. I mean, that ain't saying nothing about her as a. I'm just using her as an example. I ain't saying nothing about her as an artist or whatever. Her music. It's just I personally don't listen to her. Like, the shit is a sin nowadays to be different. You say something out of that contradicts somebody else's feelings, and it's like niggas ready to off your shit on sight. You know what I'm saying? It's like nobody can have an opinion no more. It's like everybody has them, but it's not acceptable from the opposite side. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta impress everybody. Everybody's living to be impressed, to see a copy of themselves. You know what I'm saying? We live in a fucking world where what it means to be a friend means to be a mirror image for the next person. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody, but a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, express versus impress. Don't try to impress niggas. And at a certain point, you're gonna have to stop trying to impress your family. That's real shit too. Hold up. Let me see how much time I got left. Yeah, you gotta let go of trying to impress your family. I'm gonna just hit on this real quick. But impressing your family, that's especially like at my age, 19, 20 years old, when there's things that you really want to do and you really want to see yourself accomplish, or it's just a different route you want to take, or just expressing certain things about how you feel now, how you felt your whole life, things is, you know what I'm saying? Just expressing yourself as, coming into adulthood. You know what I'm saying? You have to stand on that shit. You have to let go of what they want to see that impresses them and understand that as an individual, you know, you've coming into that time frame where it's like, yo, I need to express myself. You have to. It's like really detrimental to you as an individual to express yourself, especially to your parents. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying be disrespectful. I'm not saying say, fuck these niggas and no, don't do that. But you gotta have that conversation with them about what's going on in your head, what's going on, shit in your heart, what you need, what you want to do, and how you want to proceed, where you want to go. But yeah, so express yourself. Stop trying to impress these niggas. It's day all day. N.O.B.S, no BS, no option but success radio.